Hello everybody, welcome to Quest Junkies. This is Patch, your ever humble dungeon master, with a bit of an update. I was just going to make this a Discord announcement post, but there's so many different things that I could be talking about right now. I figured I'd just compress it all into a video, so unfortunately you are going to have to put up with this mess of a face. It's a Sunday. I'm not going to do, I'm in my comfies, okay? Don't at me. But I figured speaking to you over a video would be better, so we're just gonna do that. I made a little list here and I'm gonna go through it all. I know what I'm doing. So first thing I want to say is just a massive thank you to everyone who's been so patient over the last few months, over the new year. You know, we've had all the technical issues that we've had that's really interrupted a lot of the streams. We had a lot of cast changes. I'm going to get into a lot of this stuff a little bit later on towards the end of the video. But just thank you everybody for being so patient and sticking by us, because it's been really difficult. We are on the back end of that now. We've been, we've got back into some of our streams. We've not had the issues that we've had, like with Discord crashing off, with OBS crashing off. Fun fact, it was Windows 11 that was the problem. A long time ago, my computer forced a Windows 11 update. I didn't choose it. It just like, here you go, you're on Windows 11 now. Like, oh, I wasn't even at home when it happened. It happened over a weekend when I was away from home. So that was fun to come back to. And ever since then, the computer's gotten slowly worse and worse and worse. So yeah, we're back on Windows 10 now, and it's like a brand new machine. So there you go, fun little fact for you there. But enough about that, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what we want to talk about today, which is exciting and fun stuff. First of all, a big thank you to everyone who has checked out our first batch of pre-recorded online content, Ascensions Incorporated, Candela Obscura. This was our test run to see if making pre-recorded content would be more beneficial for the YouTube side of things. And the overwhelming response has been positive, which we're really, really pleased about. We were hoping that this would be the case, as now we can go forward with more of an emphasis on doing that. It gives us a lot more flexibility making pre-recorded content. It's not going to replace the weekly live streams. That's all going to stay as it is. In fact, we'll get into that a little bit later, but that's going to get even better. But it's just a way for us to add to the content that we bring you. So we're really, really pleased with how that's happened, and we have more coming very soon. I'm going to talk about that shortly as well. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to talk about shortly, so you might hear me say that a few times. And at this moment in time, actually, when I look, we are at 472 subscribers on YouTube, which means we only need 28 more to officially have reached the LGBT. Yeah, we're very LGBT. The eligibility for YouTube partnership, which is something I genuinely never thought we'd get. But they slashed the requirements, which put us in with a good chance. And over the last few months, mainly since the ever incredible Sky McSparkle has helped run the YouTube channel, has taught us how to really engage in the content creation side of things on YouTube. As it's something I knew very little about, but obviously Sky's made a career out of doing so. It's really benefited us, and now we're at a point where we're on the verge of monetization for YouTube, which will be tremendous for us. Because at the moment, we still make all the content for QJ at a financial loss. I think there's, in the 3 and a bit years that we've been making content, there's only been maybe 2 or 3 months where we've earned more money from it than it's cost every month to make the content. It would be really nice if QJ was self-sustainable. That is my main goal, because it does, I'm happy to make those costs, because this is worth it. This has always been my passion project, and I think the evidence goes to show that we have this incredible community now who is here and supporting us and wanting more content. So, we're doing good things here, and I want to keep doing it. So hitting that YouTube partnership is going to go a long way to help boost our income, because the more money that QJ makes, the more money goes back into the channel, which means the more content we can do, the better content, the better production that we can bring. If we don't make any more money, if we don't get any more followers from here, it's not going to change anything. We're still going to carry on. Like, it's not why we do it, but I'm always going to support the idea of us being able to do more and create more. So yeah, hitting that threshold is going to really change things up for us in a big way, and help us do a lot more this year. So we're very, very excited about that. Hopefully over the next couple of weeks we're going to hit that mark, and then I don't know how long the application process takes, or if there's anything else we need to do. It looks like we've done everything else. We're just waiting on this last milestone. So we'll see. And speaking of things to come, it's been a little bit of a meme over the last few months in the Discord, but a long time ago, back in the ripe old age of 2023, I, Patch, the ever-humble Dungeon Master, got a bit cheeky and made this list of about 9 to 12 different projects that I was going to announce all at once, and I was like, oh yeah, we're totally going to do all these things, and the hype was real, the excitement was real, and we might have done one of them so far. I will hold my hands up. We haven't had the opportunity to do the majority of it, because we all have real lives and we all have limited time. But with the success of the pre-recorded way of doing things, and the flexibility that offers, we're now in a position where we can go through this list. And I have said before that every one-shot mini-series, every one of those things I announced will happen. I can confirm that as of today. I am already planning some of the next ones, and one of them has been done and will be coming to you very, very soon on our YouTube channel, which is the Zelda one-shot run by everyone's favorite meme boy, Patrick, aka Pat Toons, the one you see sometimes on Monday nights. I'm not doing the accent. I've already destroyed the accent. But yeah, Pat's Zelda one-shot, utilizing the It's Dangerous to Go Alone system, with Andrew, the incredible TTRPG creator who made the system, is one of the cast members. I haven't seen it yet, because fun fact, it's the first QJ thing that has not involved me directly, which is both exciting and terrifying in equal parts, but I have full faith in everyone at that table. I'm waiting to see it. I'm excited to see it. The feedback from the players has been fantastic. So that will be coming to you soon once the edit has been complete on it, and we'll start doing the promo for that, and we're really excited for that. It's gonna be fun. But wait, there's more. In the words of Starship Troopers, would you like to know more? We are officially in pre-production for our sequel series to Bad and the Beautiful. Yep, you remember our Vampire the Masquerade 4-part series run by the ever-incredible lawkeeper Bridget. It's coming back, but with a twist, as we teased at the end. Spoilers for Bad and the Beautiful. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Pause this video, go watch it now, and then come back. The way we finished things off was with a tease as we headed into the future, into Night City? Because yes, the sequel series will be Cybervamp 2134, a blend of Vampire the Masquerade and Cyberpunk, which we're very, very excited for. Our incredible storyteller Bridget is returning to the chair to tell this new tale. Some of the original cast from Bad and the Beautiful are returning, and we have new faces joining them, and it's going to be... what can I say? I can't say a lot because I don't know a lot still, but from the little that I know, it's going to be a fascinating tale, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see these characters in this brand new environment. It's going to be very, very interesting, and also interesting to see how the cyberpunk elements flavor the Vampire the Masquerade system. moving on to our weekly streams. The Redania Chronicles at this moment in time remains on hiatus. We are still in the process of picking our new players. We're trying to decide our final cast member, and it is an immensely difficult situation because all the applications that we received were fantastic and had such incredible ideas. And you know, it's like, ironically, it's like picking between your best friends. You know, it's so difficult, and we want to exhaust every sort of conversation about it to make sure that when we do make that decision, it is the right decision and that everyone's in full agreement. So that will take as long as it takes, and we appreciate your patience as we do that. But it's going to be interesting, let me tell you. Redani's in a strange old spot since that season finale, and I'm very excited to get back into that. Moving on to Wednesdays. Wednesday, the 6th of March, will see the 1-year anniversary of the Wildmount Chronicles, and as previously announced, we'll be celebrating in a very special way as we welcome back River to the table, but not as our Taggart. No, in fact, a brand new character, an original character. Do I want to show off the character art? I mean, it would be a shame if I was to just put it there, like on the video in post. It'd be a real shame for me to do that, you know, and just say that this character, the players have no idea what they are, but I'm very excited for them to find out because it will make for some very interesting story in the campaign. So yeah, we're very excited to have River back. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait. Moving on to Fridays, the Dark Powers continues our Friday slot whilst the main Stradalicious campaign is on hold. We are still planning its return once the real-life scheduling that is affecting a bunch of us at the moment eases off. We can't wait to get back with our Dungeon Mommy Bree at the table, but we are very fortunate to have this incredible mini-series run by Sky to sort of keep our appetite sated and really, really bring a new level of insight to the characters, to the Femme Fatales. I'm as equally excited as I am to get back to Stradalicious. I'm just as excited to just see how our characters evolve in this little mini-series and the effect that will then have when we get back to the main campaign. So yeah, really, really excited for all of that. Heading back to things that are in the works, there's been a lot of talk about it for a long time. Finally at the stage now where we can properly look at doing it and getting things set up. QJ Plays gaming content. Yes, that is correct. We've talked about doing things. I used to be a gaming YouTuber. That was my bread and butter on YouTube. I was never any good at it, but we have a bunch of like gaming YouTubers and such in the community, and it would be a shame to not, you know, make something of that. So we've been talking about QJ Plays. We'll get a bunch of us together and we'll play some like multiplayer games. I'll do some single player stuff. There's a few things I want to do. I'm desperate to play some Bloodborne, so I want to get back and stream some Bloodborne. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm debating a Baldur's Gate thing. But you know, there's lots of different ways we can go about that. Lethal Company is something I really want to do because every time I see someone play that, I just think that looks so fucking fun. So I want me some of that. So yeah, more on that coming very, very, very soon. In April of this year, we have been invited to do another fundraising stream for the World Wildlife Fund, as we did last year. This is obviously a fantastic thing. We really enjoyed it last year. Last year's was the Sanctuary one-shot, which we did. We raised, I believe, by the end of the stream, we were just short of £1,000 for the World Wildlife Fund, which is, you know, like, I believe that was our first ever charity fundraiser, and you know, to get 1,000 straight out of the bat is incredible. So Really excited to do that again. It seems only fitting that our fundraising stream this year will be a sequel to Sanctuary, featuring the majority of the cast returning with some new players at the table, telling a new story with this wonderful cast of folk and raising some money for a very good cause. Still planning all of that, so more information to come on that as it becomes available. And what follows April? Well, May follows April. And what comes in May? Well, strap yourselves in, because this one is a big one. In May, we will be officially adding to our weekly stream schedule. While not finalized, we are penciling in Sunday nights at the usual stream time for a brand new campaign. What campaign will it be, I hear you ask? Descent into Avernus. Descent into Avernus is something that I have longed to run, even though I am terrified of running pre-established campaigns. That is like my number one phobia as a DM, but I'm not going to get over that unless I do it. So I'm going to push myself out of my comfort zone and I'm going to do it. I am making a few changes to the opening chapter because, in my opinion, no offense to the incredible writers that made Descent into Avernus, the opening chapter sucks. So I'll be doing something very different. And it will also be interesting because I'm aiming to bring in a lot of connections to the story of Baldur's Gate 3. Because, fun fact, Descent into Avernus is a prequel to Baldur's Gate 3. So it seems only fitting to blend the two a bit more so than we were able to do before the release of Baldur's Gate 3. We'll be announcing the cast very soon. We'll be running a lot of offline session zeros because we want the table to have that dynamic in place from session 1, so that we get straight into the story and there's no sort of awkward, hey, you meet in a tavern, everyone say hi and sit in silence for 10 minutes. But yes, we are very excited for this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Oh my god, so exciting. And what follows May? Well, June follows May, last I checked. And what could follow such an important announcement like Descent into Avernus? Actually, something quite marvelous. In June of this year, we are preparing to launch the next evolution of Quest Junkies. I have been trying to think for a while of a way to not only involve the community more in what we do here at Quest Junkies, but also find a way to make things easier for us behind the scenes in terms of planning things, planning projects, casting people. And after some discussion with the team, we were taken back to when we, for a time, we ran some offline stuff on the Discord server. I know Bree did a lot of one-shots. We've had a bunch of people run some one-shots, and the response to that was very positive. So we started talking about how we could make that into something a bit more concrete and evolve it into something that's both useful but also incredibly resourceful for the community. And so in June of this year, we will be launching on the Discord Quest Junkies Academy. Quest Junkies Academy will be a space for us to run offline sessions, offline actual plays. It'll be a place where people who are new to TTRPGs, people who are new to both playing and running sessions, people who want to find new systems to run, or people who want to test pilot some homebrew things that they have. It'll be a space that we can have dedicated specifically for all of that. We'll be able to use it to potentially try out new systems for future series or pre-records. Like, for example, I just look randomly at my shelf above my desk right now, and I pick the first thing out that I see. Maybe I want to run a session of the Doctor Who TTRPG, and I have a really good idea out of nowhere for it, and it's like, I really want to try this. So I put a message in the QJ Academy section of the Discord, which we'll be putting together soon. Hey, I need 4 players for this. Get in touch. I'll send you the character creation stuff, and here's the premise. And then we arrange a time to do it, and then we do it, and it's like, hey, this worked really well. This didn't. Okay. That's really good to know. And then if I decide, well, I want to run something for the Quest Junkies pre-records on YouTube, I now have that basis of, okay, we did this in QJ Academy. This is what worked. This is what didn't. These players worked really well together, so we'll bring them back. And then we go from there. That's how it becomes an incredibly resourceful thing for us. It also just allows us to give back to the QJs, to the community that helps make QJ what it is today. Because every time we announce that we are casting for something, we are flooded with applications and responses. People are desperate to get at the table. And, unfortunately, we can't have seats for everybody. I would love to have every single one of you at my table. And that's not always possible. So I don't want Quest Junkies to just be about the shows that we make. It is a community-driven space, and I always want the emphasis to be on the community. It's why I like to involve the community with things like the Stradalicious Wheel of Dread and all that sort of stuff, being able to influence the game. We had, in Wildmount, spoilers for the Wildmount Chronicles, but Artagan, the Traveller, was going to die, but was saved by a community member in the dying moments, which had a huge impact on the story and made for a fantastic moment. And, I always, even if we were super big and famous in years to come, and we weren't able to do some of this stuff anymore, I always want there to be a focus on community here, because that is what we've made. So QJ Academy, I feel, is a good way of doing that. It's a way of having a space where we can all take part and we can all play these games together, and just have the fun that it is being a fucking nerd, because that's what we are. So as you can imagine, there's quite a lot to prepare for QJ Academy, which is why we've said June. It gives us plenty of time because we want to get this right. We will have resources in place so that any GMs, DMs that are wanting to run something in the QJ Academy space will have access to our entire collection of TTRPGs, which is quite substantial. There's some stuff in there that I never even knew existed. Like, for instance, did you know there's a Buffy the Vampire system? I didn't, but I do now because we've got it. Everything will be there. We'll have a Google Drive set up so that you'll be able to access that, and you'll have all the resources that you need. And to close things off, just some closing thoughts and comments from myself. Just for full transparency and honesty, it's been a really rough 6 months or so here behind the scenes at QJ. With the extreme burnout that I had over Christmas, meaning we had to start making content earlier than planned. With the sudden departures of cast members that we had all in one go, all the myriad of technical issues, to the point where I genuinely had to stop and wonder if we could continue doing QJ, because I couldn't even open Discord, I couldn't even open OBS. My computer was trying to give me a heart attack. It was absolutely awful. And there's been a lot of real life stuff happening outside of Quest Junkies as well, like not just for myself but for others, and not all of it is negative. I'm in the position now where I'm about to move into my first house with my fiance, which is terrifying, but will be so amazing and so beneficial just for my well-being. But that also comes with its problems, because I need to find a new job before I can do that, and this is the worst time of year to find a new job. So, there's a lot going on, is the gist of what I'm saying. It's been a huge challenge holding everything together throughout all of this, but I am so privileged and so blessed to have such a wonderful team at my side, making sure that we do hold it together. We have such an incredibly supportive community that champions us and supports us and cheers us on as we fight through every technical issue and get the streams back online when they crash. We are incredibly fortunate, because at the end of the day, I just want what's best for everybody, and I want what's best for QJ as an entity, if you will. So we'll continue doing what we do best, pushing forward. We're going to continue listening to the community, listening to the feedback that you provide. We're going to continue pushing ourselves to bring you the best production that we can. We'll keep bringing in all the new opportunities to build QJ into its greatest possible form, both online and offline. We'll continue providing that safe and secure space for every single person in QJ, because that has been the number one thing since day one. And we'll keep bringing you the stories that you love. We are choosing to believe that 2024 will be our year. This is the year where we really have the best opportunity that we've had ever to make a difference in this wider community, this vast ocean of online TTRPG actual play content where, you have thousands of creators making thousands and tens of thousands of incredible series and stories, and in the grand scheme of things, we're nobody. But it doesn't really matter, because we're still going to be pushing ourselves to achieve our goals this year, because we have so many of them, and we know that we have the capability to do so because of the community that we have pushing us along. So 2024 will be our year, and I think the next few months will go a long way to deciding that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support over the last 3 and a bit years, and thank you for everything that is to come. We love you very much, and we'll see you soon.